Are you starting to see more and more real estate ads that look something like this, where they present you a nice little chart and the math looks very like enticing and persuasive, where they say, yeah, yes, your monthly cost might be higher because the rates went up, but if you were to buy now, you're still saving $200,000-300,000 on a house. So why wouldn't you buy? This use like all these sales tactics. I'm going to tell you guys the problem with these ads, and I'm going to give you guys 3 reasons why you should not buy right now. I know as a salesman, I'm not supposed to say that, but the truth is the truth, and I rather just have a clear conscience than some extra money in my pocket. The number one reason I think these ads are a little bit misleading and deceiving is that they assume everyone is a buyer and everyone is in the same situation. So their whole goal is to sell a house today, and you're saying to yourself, all I want to do is, I'm fine with the mortgage rates going up, but I just want to make sure I buy when the prices are the lowest. Then today is not the best time for you to buy, because the prices, the way things are going, they will be lower in a little while. Secondly, for some people, it does not make sense to buy right now because the way the rates are going up, like even if you're able to qualify for a mortgage, because the rates are so high, gas prices are so high, inflation is high, food prices are so high, you don't want to be in a situation where all you're doing is stressed out about money every single month. And, that leads to problems, family problems, all kinds of stuff. So for some people, it doesn't make sense to buy. Like, please, don't. That's what I hate about these kinds of ads. It's like everyone is a buyer. Everyone is a lead. So do your own research. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to me. Do your own research. Second problem I have is they're not telling the whole truth, because they were running the same ads last month, and they will probably be running the same ads in 2-3 months from now. So when is the best time to buy? Was it last month when the prices were like $20,000 to $40,000 higher than they are today, or is it in 2-3 months from now when the more than likely prices will be lower than $20,000-$30,000 below what they are today? So that's the problem with these kinds of ads. I'm going to give you guys 3 reasons why you should wait and not buy right now. But like I said before, not everyone is in the same situation, so this will not apply to every single person. Please do your own research, because I don't want to make a mistake and kind of discourage or encourage somebody from buying, and then you're not able to afford the payment. So please be very careful in this market. Number one reason I think you should wait is because winter's coming. When winter comes, winter is always the slowest time of the year. Generally speaking, there's always exceptions, but generally winter's the slowest time of the year. So when the market is slow, generally there are better deals to be found. And not everybody likes looking at houses in the winter, so you're going to have less competition. So you can see here, every single year, like this is the winter of 2019, it was the lowest time of the year, then it shot back up. This was the winter of 2020, and then it shot back up. It was only lower here because we had the lockdowns, but it was only temporary. Then it shot back up again, and this was the winter of 2021, the lowest time of the year. Then it shot back up. Winter of 2022, you get the idea. Then it shot back up, and then when the rate hikes came in, it has been going down ever since. And we are probably going to be right here somewhere for the winter of 2022. So that's why I think you should wait. There's no urgency to buy right now. Obviously, if you are on a deadline, you gave your notice and you need to move out by a certain date, or your family situation has changed and then you are on a deadline, you need to buy, then yes, obviously, then you should buy. I would not ever discourage you from buying. But if you are not on a deadline, I would just sit and wait, see how the market goes. And second reason to wait is there are more rate hikes coming. You have probably seen that any article you read, any interview you watch, they always say Bank of Canada is not done with the rate hikes because inflation is still out of control and their goal is 2%. So we are nowhere close to that. And they're going to keep raising the rates until they get that under control. So anytime the rates have gone up, the prices have come down. I'm going to show you guys for detached homes how much they have dropped by since the peak of the market. So this is just this year. This is not comparing to last year. This is just what has happened this year since February and March. In Halton, detached homes are down 19% in price since the peak of the market. Peel is down 26%. Imagine losing 26% of your house's value in just like 8-9 months. Toronto is down 24%. Durham is down 27%. York is down 24% for detached homes. And condos, I did the math for condos as well. They're down 10 to 15% on average. Now let's look at how many homes have sold at the peak of the market and how they have dropped since the peak of the market. March was the busiest month of the year for Halton, Peel, Toronto, York, and Durham. You can see all the numbers here. And this is how many sold in September. And when I compare March to September, that is a drop of, everything is down more than 50%. Like Toronto is down more than 56%. Peel is down 56%. This is how many have sold in October so far. So even if you were to multiply this by 2, you're probably looking at the same numbers as September. So market is not shooting back up by any means. We are going to be in this for the long haul. And the reason number 3, I think you should wait, is more than likely we are headed for a recession. Now, some people say that we are already in a recession, but Bank of Canada did a survey, and they found that most people think recession expectations are widespread, and outlook for inflation remains high. So a lot of people think inflation is going to remain high for a while. Now, this is a survey. It is kind of a scary survey. They interviewed, I think it was like 80 experts in the field, so economists and university professors. So they asked them, when do you expect the Canadian economy to go into a recession, if at all? 11% said that we are already in a recession. This was done in September. And 22% is going to be at the first quarter of next year. 39% said, yes, we will get into a recession. They're just not sure when. 22% said no recession. So I think it's like 75, 80% said there will be a recession. They're just not sure exactly when. So obviously, when it's recession time, everything is in trouble, and especially your situation. I mean, if you are in a lucky situation where your job is secure, doesn't matter what happens to the economy, that's great. That's awesome for you. But everything is kind of uncertain when you are in a recession. So sometimes your situation changes. So you don't want to buy a house right now, and then next year, you find out you got laid off. So all this stuff you got to take into consideration. Don't just fall for these attractive real estate ads where they're like, oh my God, yeah, of course, no brainer, you should buy a house right now. Take everything into account, because everything is tied. Like, you might be able to afford the higher payments, but they don't tell you that, hey, you still got to buy gas, you still got to buy food, you got to buy diapers, all kinds of stuff that are not mentioned in real estate ads. So, bit of a rant. Sorry it took a while, but I think you should wait. There's no urgency to buy. Yeah, I think that's about it. See you next time.